Hey everybody. So yeah, yesterday we worked on adding um, a new event, and we spent a lot of time on that, and then we spent a lot of time exploring other things. And I was thinking about that this morning, and it's kind of like I think most developers don't realize when they have an opportunity to learn. Generally, you're trying to finish things. That's what you're focused on, and like you get these just shiny opportunities that just present themselves, and then you just let them go because you're so busy trying to just tie things up and move on to the next thing. And that is like kind of would be the exact opposite of what I'm trying to accomplish here. You know, um, I really do want to learn how things work and how to sort of really deep dive into things. Like when I'm getting paid at work, I'm just trying to make deadlines and trying to figure out their domain and stuff like that. But it would be kind of silly to do that here in this situation. Um, the next event, so all the events you can kind of and well, so one thing I did want to bring up was that before yesterday's video, my mind was somebody with a speech issue, somebody who wanted to accomplish something with their speech would be able to use this tool. And this tool would be a very, very like a rock solid way for them to learn how to do how to speak in a way that they want to learn how to speak. Right? Like I thought that. And then like actually I watched myself during the actual video realize that's not true. Like um, it will let you say words in a completely screwed up way, in a way that is not what you were hoping for, and screwed up is really the wrong word, in a way that you weren't really hoping for, um, and leads you down the path of thinking that that's the right way to say it. Um, and, that was just a whole change in my viewpoint, and it was simple for me. Like, it was painless, no, there was no issue. Like, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, this is what I thought it did. It doesn't do that. Let's move on with life. But I have noticed that this seems to be some sort of weird version of maybe Asperger's or some sort of thing, because things like that just don't bother me. But I have noticed in other people that it can be quite traumatic when they think things work a certain way and then they find out it doesn't work that way. It's actually really traumatic. And I have noticed that a lot of people who are very effective software developers, I was going to say successful is not the right word, but effective people who code really well, a lot of them seem to have whatever it is with me where it just doesn't bother them very much when they find out that things don't work the way they expected them to find out. So if you happen to be a software developer and if it doesn't really bother you when you find out that things don't work the way you thought they worked, you got to realize that you need to be very, very careful when you're explaining to other people that things don't work the way you guys thought they worked, because that can actually they actually seem to feel pain, like in their brain as maybe their brain reconfigures or something like that, and it can be quite traumatic for regular people, or for a lot of people. A lot of people that is just very sensitive, like they get ideas in their head, and when they find out those ideas are not correct, it hurts them. I had heard once that like some people when they get their haircut, it's actually painful, um, and then other people when they get like I don't know, they lose a appendage, they're just like whatever, it's just an appendage, So we're all every human is unique. We all have different things. It's important to know when you aren't quite the norm. And that is one thing for me where I'm not quite the norm. It did not bother me to find out that this speech analyzer doesn't, or that the speech API doesn't work in such a way that a person could use it as a rock solid way to learn how to pronounce words uh, the way they want to pronounce them. So that's that. So, anyways, you can divide these events up into three sort of categories. Uh, there's a bunch that start with start. There's a bunch that end with start. There's a bunch that end with end, and then there's two others. Um, on result, which we are doing, on no match, which I'm very interested in, and on error. So those three do not, and I do not know when on no match happens. It would be I'm very curious to find out if on no match happens after on end, or after on, or after, or before on end. I'm very curious. So that's the one I'm going to do next, um, and dig in. So, I mean, I think there's a strong possibility, like a 25% chance or whatever, that I could find myself in a job where um, I have to do this for, like, where they want me to build out some kind of speech um, interface for them, so that maybe, who knows, like, there's a million reasons. Like, the one thing I think of all the time is, like, somebody who has to read VINs. It would be nice if they could have their phone. They could be looking at the VIN number on a car. It's a very long series of letters and numbers, and they could just read those into their phone. Because a lot of times you can't actually even get to them where you could take a picture. Like, so you have to kind of go look on the side of an engine or something. You read the VIN out, and it prints it out. It copies it down for you. That would be cool. I do not know if that's going to work. So basically, I mean, I if I ever have to do that, I'm not going to be able to just dig into all this kind of stuff and explore this way. I'm going to have to meet deadlines. I have to understand what their situation is and what specific problems we have for those situations. I'm not going to just be like, oh, I wonder when on no match happens. So that is one reason why this is going so slow, is because this is going to be my only chance to go this slow and really understand these things. There will never be another chance to dig into this. So this is the time to do it. So I would guess that on no match would be, let's see, what did chat, I was just looking. Triggered when speech recognition does not recognize any speech matching the grammar or context. So it'd be really interesting to understand what they mean by context. But so let's give this a shot. So one of the things we noticed before is that none of the logs ever come until we actually get a recognition, so I need to get one. Yep. So now we have 11 logs. I think we normally get like 6 logs. So we got extra logs. So what we're looking for is no match. See if no match ever came in. And okay, so we're back to start, audio start, sound start, and then yep. So we never did get the no match. I guess I could do a Control F, no match. Yeah, so it did not find that. I wonder if I don't say anything at all. I guess I probably won't even have to not say anything. Let's clear these logs. And go ahead and reload, because my bird will probably make some weird noises. So the bird did make a weird noise, and then it got done. Let's see. Done. So what we're looking for is no match, right? So we did not get the on no match. That never came in. It does not surprise me at all. Things don't seem to work the way I expect them to work very often. Let's go ahead, and I guess it won't hurt to ask. Let's see. How can I trigger the no match event? Mumble or say non. See, I did that. Oh wow, I didn't know you could even make a custom grammar. So I bet you anything, it's pretty much just for custom grammars. Um, I bet you it doesn't work. Okay, so it says silent input. But I think it is by default set to ENUS. But I don't actually. Let's go look. Um, if maybe it was in the service that we set that. It's been a long time. Um, no, that's navigation service. Let's do a search for EN-US. Yeah, so we set it. So we did this. Oh, max alternatives 1, 3. All right, we'll test that real quick. I don't think we can get the no match to happen. I suspect the only way we could probably get that to happen is with um, by creating a custom, and so it's only looking for very specific words. So if it was just like we wanted to make a calculator and we were only going to listen to specific commands, um, or something like that, I would imagine that's when you get the no match. You probably don't just get it. But anyways, I do want to see this Penelope. Okay, see if it gave me some other guesses. Let's see results. Oh, so unfortunately, we ended up. Okay, so that is interesting because I probably would want this specific one to break down into 3 results or into each result. Um, or maybe up here, I probably want the list of results to show up inside of this specific green one. Um, so let's see. I just don't want to forget. That's the main thing. It's just going to be so easy to forget to do that. In the log, that's the log count. We have, see over here, we specifically um, only get result 0. So let's do this. And see, that sucks. Okay, result count. I don't, it'd be interesting. I wonder, do I have a log of it? Do not. Um, Penelope. Yeah, I got rid of all my logs. Um, see, there's something in here. Anyways, let's do this first since we're here. We don't need that JSON pipe. Penelope. Let's see. So it only got one. Clear. I wonder what would be a good one. Where? I wonder if, because where has so many synonyms, it's still result count of 1. Clear. Reedy. Oh, so, but you would think ready would be another option. Okay, so this time we did get a result count of 3. That's what we were hoping for. Let's go ahead and see what they were. Mm. So reedy is a good one. And that's kind of like domain knowledge, right? Like you're starting to understand edge cases and stuff like that. Reedy. Oh, that's lame. There we go. And then we want to look at our speech recognition event. And then we want to look at our, not our results event. And then inside the results. So 33%, almost 34% chance that it was reedy, and then 12.6% is that it was ready, and then 0.05%. So 5% chance that it was reading. So that's pretty cool. And so I would imagine if in my grammar, and I don't really understand that, and I've always really wanted to understand that, um, if my grammar I had the phrase reading and I said ready, it would be like, oh, okay, that's reading. Um, so, anyways, like I said, it's all about learning stuff. Can't figure out how to make it do the on no match. Um, my guess, stab in the dark guess, is that um, you're not going to be able to provoke that in Google Chrome without with or maybe it's Microsoft Windows because apparently it uses the Windows the operating system's API. So maybe like this is a Windows issue. Maybe Windows doesn't provide that on no match unless you have your own grammar, or maybe it just doesn't provide that, but it does get provided by like let's say Apple or Android or something like that. So this could be an OS situation. This could be a browser version, what kind of browser you have situation. Um, it could be like something that just only works if you have your own custom um, grammar, um, just all kinds of cool stuff. There's all kinds of interesting things. Anyways, happy coding, everybody. Bye.